Hey everybody, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer, and welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I'm going to be playing Final Girl. I'm going to be using Hans as the bad guy. I've already got him set up with his 11 health. I haven't drawn the 12th one yet. I'm also going to be playing Creech Manor. This one is normally played with a poltergeist, but today instead I've got the hammer-wielding maniac hunting down victims in this big mansion. I've gone ahead and set up most of the game except for a few things. This has a special 2 cards in it. There's a young girl named Carolyn and her, I forget if it's a bunny or some stuffed animal, that I'm supposed to get out of the house to win. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shuffle these. You're supposed to put 4 on each pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then you reveal the top. Oh, look at that. I got Carolyn already revealed. All right. That doesn't mean anything, though. Oh, I got a weapon. That's good. And a list of things. Immediately roll a die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reveal all item cards in the associate. Oh, that's nice, too. So I could find her bunny rabbit. I don't think the bunny rabbit is required to get her out of the house. Or required. Maybe it is. Let me read the card. When Carolyn joins you, remove all minor dark powers. You must escape with Carolyn. Carolyn cannot be killed or discarded for any reason. Okay, so she does not need the bunny rabbit, but I seem to recall the bunny rabbit gives her some special ability or something. Next thing I need to do is set him up. So just so you know, what I'm doing is I'm removing his Bloody Frenzy card. I've also removed the minor dark power cards here, and so he'll just have these standard, I say standard, they're still pretty deadly. His basic powers will be revealed at certain times in the game. So I've just found the game extremely impossible to win with those purple cards. They're just too difficult. All right, shake these up, put one right there, and these will be revealed at different times that give him special abilities. Not last, I need to shuffle the Terror deck. Now this has a mix of cards from Hans and Creech Manor. There are more terror cards related to the bad guy than the manor, but they're all pretty much bad. There's not much in the terror deck that you want. And what you do is you pick 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's go with that pile. And we'll just take these and put them away. And this will be my terror deck right here. I've already drawn an event. There's a one-time use helicopter on the manor roof, which is kind of cool. I've never had that before. And I've also placed all the victims where they go. My hero, Laurie, will start here, and the killer starts in the tower. I have chosen Laurie. She only has 5 health. Barbara has 7, which is probably one of the stronger characters. But Laurie has an extra ability which gives her an extra damage against the bad guy if she should have to go up against him. But to get that, I have to rescue at least 6 victims to flip this card over. All right, let's see. Oh, and finally, the last thing is I need to draw health. Okay, so I have 5 health. I've put out 4 hearts here. My final health will be one of these hidden tokens. Underneath these tokens, there's one token that has 1 extra heart, one that has 2, and one that has 3. The rest of them are blank. So if he hits me and takes me all the way to 0, I flip that last token over. And if it has 1, 2, or 3 hearts on it, I get extra. But if it's 0, I'm dead. So I'm going to shuffle these up a little bit. He gets 1, the bad guy gets 1, and I get 1. I'm going to pick this one, and you leave it face down. And I'm going to put his right here, face down. And then the rest of these, which I'm going to stack carefully so I don't reveal them to myself, I will put these in this container so I can't see them, and we will get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw I've got my 6 cards, and timer set at 6, and she is ready to go. Now there's in Creech Manor there's some exits that are windows, but they're one way. Now the ladder is 2-way, but these windows, once I leave them, I have to come in through the front door. The ladder I can come down and go back out. There are also only certain ways down stairs to get down to lower floors. Luckily, Laurie is in the trophy room, and I've got 2 victims down here in this room right below the bad guy. So I need to get them, I would like to get them gone. So what I'm going to do is, for my first action, I am going to play a focus I'm rolling 2 dice right now. I'd like to be rolling 3. And that's not good. So I'll turn one of those into a success by getting rid of weak attack and short rest. I can. This symbol means I can discard 2 cards to turn it into a star, which is a success. 1 success will lower this by 1, and it will lower the time by 1. And that card is used up. And it will allow me to move. Oh, no, that's what it did. It allowed me to lower that. All right, so now let's try it one more time. I got 2 successes, which is awesome. It allows me to lower this by 1, and I gained 2 times, so I'm back up to 7. Now, let's walk. Let's walk downstairs. I got 2 stars. 2 stars will allow me to move up to 2, and I lose a time. So I'm going to move down 1, and then these 2 are going to follow me back to the trophy room. And then the last card I will play is another walk. 2 stars would be outstanding, but 1 will do. Let's see, is that right? Yeah. I did not get 2 stars. So this is a failure. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to fail. I'll either lose 2 time, but since I'm out of cards, I'll take this option, which says you may move 1 space. So I'll move 1 to the left. And I lose a heart. And I lose 2 times. So I'm down to 4 time. But the good news is, because I got these to the window, I can tell them to get lost. So I can move them. I believe the rules say when you get to a window, it is a windows are new types. There are 2 windows. Window spaces don't have any special rules, but many. Okay. All spaces are considered to be inside except the 3 outside. Okay, sorry. I do have to get them down to these areas, so they cannot escape just yet. All right. Yeah, it's the green that are the escapes, plus the helicopter. All right, that is the end of my action phase. During the planning phase, I can burn time. I have 4 time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a distraction. Actually, no, I need to buy a sprint for 2. Cost of 2. And then I'm going to... I got 2 more. I don't think he's going to come at me just yet. I will buy... The search would be in the garage. I should have... oh well, that's okay. I'm gonna get 2 close calls. They're 1 each. So now I'm down to 0. That is the end of my turn. I have 3 cards in my hand. It is now the killer phase. Now on the killer phase, you do what's shown here. He will attack anyone in his space once. There's nobody here. Then you draw the terror card. Voices. I hear voices. If there are no victims on the board, there are plenty. All victims able to move up to the next floor do so. Wow, that's cool. All right, there's no staircase there. There's no staircase. None. This one can move up. There's a ladder. Let me make sure. And no, that was it. Only the 1. Then the terror track lowers by 1. That's that hockey mask. And then he will target the nearest victim, move 1 space, and then knife. He can move. The nearest victim will be on this floor, so he'll move up 1, but he cannot knife because there's nobody there. That is the end of the terror phase. After the killer phase is the panic phase. Well, he didn't kill anybody, so there won't be any panicking. The only victims that will panic are ones that are in his space, unless a card tells you otherwise. That is the end of the panic phase. During the upkeep phase, I put these cards back in where they go. These are all 0 cost, so they'll go right here. I do not get those this turn. Okay, now it comes back to the action phase. All I can do is play a card. So what I will do is I'm going to play Sprint because I'm trying to get them to the exit. I got nothing. I will play a reroll to reroll. Well, this goes back to 6. It says I can reroll all dice for 2. So I will lower this to 4 and reroll 2. And I got nothing. So lastly, I'll play this one more time. Lose 2. I just need 1 movement. 1. Just 1 star. I got 1 star. All right, the 1 star will allow me to move 2 spaces, so I can move these guys down. It costs 1 time, so I'm down to 1. These cards are gone. And move up to 2. So I move them down. I tell them to get lost, so they're safe. Oh no, those go on my card. So on your hero card, you get to place these over the shapes, and when they're all covered, you get to flip it. So for her, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower this by 1, and then oh yeah, I get to move 2 spaces. That's right. So because I rolled 1 star, so I'll go 1, 2. So I'm down here again. I need to get back in the house. Actually, you know what? I'll go back up to the attic. That's what I'm going to do. Or back up. I'll go back up the ladder. All right, for this second one, I'm going to place it on the heart to give her back her missing heart. All right. It is now I went and did the action phase. It's the planning phase. During the planning phase, I can buy cards. Well, these all come back because there's 0 cost, and there's 6 of them. And then I'm going to burn this last one. I can't. I have nothing to buy for 1 time. So I get nothing to buy. It is now the killer phase. The killer will strike anyone in his spot. There's no one there. Draw a terror card. Something is coming through the wall. If there are no victims, all right, there are plenty. All victims panic. All. All right, so the way this works is every victim is in a room that has numbers. You roll a die. This is a 6-sided, and it has numbers on it. And you for each victim, there's like 3, 6, there's 8 victims. I've got to roll this 8 times to see where they flee. Let's start at the bottom. This one rolls a 3. So a 3 is going to move them right there. Let's go to this one. 6, they go out. Oh, nice. If I can get down here, I should have gone here. Then I would have been able to move over and tell them to get lost. All right, let's go to this one. 5 is right here. Let's do this one. 5 is, they go downstairs. Okay, let's do this one. 4. 4 goes here. And the 3 in the attic. 3 is, no, on a 5 or 6, they stay. Hold on, how does this work? 3 to 6. Oh, no, they do. They move down. That one moves down. I'm reading the wrong thing. So 5 to 6, yes. Is that how that works? Yeah, because it's the loop. So there we go. All right. The next one is 1, which is there a 1? They stay in the attic. And then 4, they stay in the attic. So 2 remain in the attic. That's right. Okay. So they all panic. And then it says, any victim that exits through a window is killed. Dead. All right. And what that does, it raises the bloodlust by 1. And then I draw an event card. Man, this was a bad card. Curiosity killed the people. Place 3 new victims in the foyer and panic them immediately. Okay, so 3 new victims in the foyer. 1, 2, 3. Let me panic them. The first one will go 3, which is, where's 3? 3 is this one. The next one is 6, which is out the front door. Okay, and then the next one, the next one is, that one was not there. That one was with, where was this one? I think it was right there. 2, which moves them up into where the killer is. That's not good at all. All right, so 1 was on the exit, 1 went here, and 1 went here. That's where it was. All right, man. Okay, so there is 1 in the killer area. That's not good for me because that's going to move the bloodlust up. All right, that was the terror phase. Now it's the panic phase. No one panics. If a victim was killed this turn, panic all victims in the killer space. Oh yes, a victim did die. So let's see where this one panics. 4. 4 we'll send them here. All right, so they're not with the killer. That's good. All right. Then it is the upkeep phase. Well, during the upkeep phase, these go back. Sprint, close call. And now it's my turn. All right, let's see. I really need to lower that focus. I'm going to focus to try to lower this to the 1 so I can start rolling 3 dice. I failed, so I lose 2 time. I'll go from 6 to 4. Let's play the other focus. I got 2 stars. That's excellent. So this goes down by 1, and I gain those 2 time back. Now I get to roll 3 dice. So let's do a walk. Ooh, I got 3 stars, but unfortunately only 2 of them will actually help me. 2 stars allows me to move 2 spaces. I can go 1, 2, and tell them to get lost. Or I could go to, oh man, there's not really a whole lot of places I can go. Well, that's going to get me the best thing. So I'll go 1, 2, and tell this person to get lost, which allows me to place them on here. I'm going to do move. Well, they're here. So where do I want to go? Do I want to move a space? Do I want to get more time? By the way, that cost me a time, so I'm back down to 6. Or down to 5, excuse me. I could get 2 time, or I can take an action card, max cost of 2. I could take a search, or guard, or a sprint. I'm going to take the sprint. All right. And now I'm going to play walk. I got 1 star, which allows me to move 1 space. So I'll go in the foyer. Then, and that burned a time. Then I'm going to use sprint. Since I'm here, I can go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's do this. I got nothing. I can burn. No, I can't even burn these. That causes me to lose a heart. I'll choose to lose a heart and then lose 2 time. That was a waste of a sprint. And then I'm going to do short rest to try to get the heart back. I got 1 star, which gives me 1 heart and burns a time. I'm down to 1. And I can't do the weak attack because I'm not in his space. So that is it for my action phase. I will spend that 1 on a reroll. And that's all I can do. It is now the killer's turn. The killer has no one in his space to stab, so he'll go and draw a terror card. Oh, come on. So this moves down 2, so I lose the 3rd die. He will target the nearest victim and move up to 2 spaces. The nearest victim is right here, so he'll go right into there, but he doesn't attack them. All right. Panic phase, no one panics. Upkeep, all these cards go into here. Sprint, walk, focus. I have no cards to play this turn. All I have is a weak attack and a close call. So I go back up to 6 and I end my turn. Actually, I can burn this for a time. I believe you can turn in cards to buy time. Let me double check that. The upkeep, the panic, the upkeep, final check. Sorry. I just want to make gaining, losing time. Here we go. Gain 2 means you gain 2, means you lose 2. Discard action card. At any point during the action phase, you may discard as many action cards as you wish for 1 time each. Yeah, okay. So the weak attack and the close call aren't really going to help me right now. So I'm going to discard those, and that gives me 2 times. So now I have 8 to spend. Well, for the 8, I'm going to buy a sprint for 2. I'm going to buy I'm going to buy a distraction for 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to buy a... Do I want to buy... I've only got 3. I could buy... No, I can't buy anything except on this top row. I could buy another distraction, an improvise, a sprint. I could buy another sprint, but I really want to save that. I could buy a guard, which isn't going to help me, and I can buy a search. Let's do a search. I'll buy a search for 2. That knocks me down to 1, and then I'll buy the last close call for 1, and that burns all my cards. All right, that is it for me. It is now the killer's turn. He will stab. There is a victim there, so he kills that victim. Bloodlust goes up. Then I draw a terror card. It's coming, it's coming. He will target me and move up to 3 spaces. Oh, 1, 2. So he is in my spot. Now, it says, kill 1 victim in each space the killer passes through. Now, he didn't do that, so that's good. But he is in my space now. So, let's do this. It is now the panic phase. No panic, upkeep. These go back in. This is a 0. I also get these at the end of my planning phase. Sorry. Was that right? Yeah. So I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in my hand. All right. Because I didn't get to do anything last turn, and all these went back in. So now it is my turn, and I've got a lot of cards here. So the first thing I want to do is attack him. I want to try and hurt him. I thought I had a weak attack. Oh, you know what? That's here because I used it up. All right, so I cannot attack him. Wow, that's not good. So I'm going to play the distraction because I really want to lower this back down. I need 2 stars. I got 1 and a fail. 1 star will allow me to lower this by 1, and I gain a time. It goes from 6 to 7. So that was not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and play a focus. I got 1 star. If I turn that to 2 stars, it doesn't really help me. I'll take the time loss, move this to 1. I get 1 die now. That goes away. Now I'm going to choose. I got a sprint. I got a search. Let's do a sprint. Let's see how far away I can get from him and maybe rescue this guy. So for the sprint, I rolled 1 star, and I'm going to turn this into a 2nd star by getting rid of a walk and a focus. Actually, let's do a short rest. So this turns to a star, which allows me to move up to 3. So I can go 1, 2, 1. Oh, I can't take them through the foyer. Oh, I forgot about that rule. A victim will not move through a space with a killer. So, unfortunately, that is not going to work. But I can move 3 spaces. I could go 1, 2, 3. I could search the trophy room, which gives me. I got to get to the garage to get Carolyn. The trophy room is not searchable. I thought it was. Never mind. Where do I want to go for 3? 1, 2, 3. I could get a bunch to the attic to use that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, which puts me with that victim. Then I'm going to play walk. I got no stars, but I could turn 1 into a star by getting rid of my focus and close call. Actually, I'm going to play the close call to reroll this one. I got nothing. So I will get rid of focus and search to turn this to a star, which allows me to burn a time. Actually, I already burned the sprint, used up 1 time as well, so I'm down to, let's see, 4. The focus did not. Separate. Okay, yeah. So down to 4. I'll sacrifice these 2 to make it 1 star. 1 star allows me to move 1 space, so I will move them up to here, and that's as far as I can go. That is the end of my turn. I have 4 time to spend. I will buy a sprint for 2. And I will buy a the attic will get me the gun, which is not bad. I think what does the gun do? The old revolver may only modify the weak attack card. It adds 1 additional damage. Ugh, that's not good. What is the list of things? reveal all item cards in the associated item deck, keeping the order the same. Ugh. That just tells you what's in the pile. So I'm not going to worry about that. I will buy the sprint, and I will buy a... I don't think the killer's going to hurt me right now, so the guard would be a waste of a roll. So I'll buy a close call for 1 and have 1 left over. And that is the end of my turn. Killer phase. Killer has no one to stab. Draw a terror card. Hans wants me. He's always wanted me. He will target me. He'll move 2 spaces. 1, 2. And then he will knife anyone in that room. There's no one there. So this goes here. Now it is the panic phase. No panic. Upkeep. All these cards go back to where they go. Actually, I got the weak attack as a 0 cost during that turn. Search, focus, sprint, short rest, walk, focus, and distraction. All right, that's it. So all I've got is a weak attack, close call, and a sprint, which the sprint is my hope to try to get some of these victims out of the house. All right. So it is now my turn. I will use the sprint. That's all I got. 3 stars. Come on. I got 1 star, 2 star, which is the maximum I can get. 3 spaces. So I'm going to take these 2. Oh, I could get them out the window. 1, 2, 3. Yes. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 and tell them to get lost. That burned how much time? 1 time. It went from 6 to 5. Now I'm going to use one of these to give myself 2 time, back up to 7, and I'm going to use it to give me move 1 space, which I can only move right here. So, man, maybe I should have used the 1, 2. I should have used the helicopter, because if he goes through here and starts killing all of them, the helicopter is going to become useless. But it's a little late now. All right, move 1 space and 2 times. So I got the 2 time and I moved a space. That is it for my action phase. Now I get all the free cards back. Oh, hold on. No, it's not. I still got weak attack and close call, but I can't do anything with those. So that is the end of my turn. So I will get all the free cards back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I have 7 time to spend. I'm going to go ahead and do critical blow for 6, because I rarely have this much. I'm going to try and attack him, and that uses up 6 times. So I'm down to 1, and I'll take another reroll for 1, so I'm at 0. So that is it for my turn. The killer will stab. Nobody there. Draw a terror card. Something unholy. Roll a die. Depending on the result, place the killer in that room. All right, so 1 to 3 attic, 4 to 5 closet, 6 ballroom. It's going to go into 2, which is the attic. I did not need that. 2 victims up there with that helicopter nearby. All right. Then he targets the nearest victim and stabs. That's gone. This moves up 1, and it lowers this by 1, so I'm back down to 2 dice now. Then he targets the nearest victim and moves and stabs. Well, he doesn't have to. There's 1 right there. So this moves up again. And I haven't done any damage to him, and he's already up quite a bit of bloodlust. But I'm also getting ready to get my last victim out, so hopefully I can start attacking him. All right, let's see. It is now the panic phase. There's nobody there to panic. Upkeep. This goes back here. And then it is my turn. All right. I need to get to him. But before I do, I need to rescue 1 more victim. I do not have a sprint. Nope. I have a focus, which I need to do to roll 3 dice. I got a star, which allows me to lower this by 1. I get my 3rd die back, and it burns the time, so I'm down to 5. Close call, weak attack, walk, short rest, walk, focus, and critical blow. I'll do a walk. I need to get to that victim, or get us up here and maybe out the window. I don't know. I got 1 star and 2. I could discard short rest because I don't need any healing, and I could discard a weak attack because he's not close enough for me to attack. That will turn this to a star. Now I can move up to 2 spaces and burn 1 time. So 2 spaces would go 1, 2. Now I need to get that victim out. So this goes away. I have one more walk. I need at least two. I need 2 stars, and I got 2 stars. So I can go 1, 2. Get lost. This turns into give me 2 time. Well, it burns a time, and then I gain 2 times. So I'm back up to 5. Now I get to flip her card over, and it says whenever you are in the same space as the enemy and inflict damage, do an additional damage. So that is excellent. Also, for each additional victim saved, I get to add 1 time, so that's nice. Now, I cannot get up to him because I have no movement, no sprint, nothing like that. So that is the end. I could do the focus, but I'd rather save my time and buy some nasty cards to hurt him. So I'm going to spend this to move this up to 6. I'm going to buy a retaliate for 4. That walk goes away. So I'm down to 2, and then I'm going to buy a guard for 2, and that knocks me down to 0. So now I have some good cards to go attacking him. It is his turn. He will stab. There's nobody there. He will flip a card. Hans wants me. He's going to target me. He's going to move 2 boots. Well, his boots allow him to move 1 space. So he's going to go, he has to go down the ladder. 1, and then he'll go here for 2. He's coming at me, which is really cool. That's what I want. Panic phase, nothing. That goes away. Panic phase goes away. Upkeep. These all go back into their spot. And all I've got are these 3 cards, which stinks because, again, I have nothing to move towards him. I used all the walk, didn't I? And didn't I buy a sprint? I thought I did. No, I didn't. I bought the retaliate and the guard. I'm going to retro this because I really do need to put the guard back and buy a sprint because it's the only way I can get to him, or at least close to him. 1, 2, 3. Not really. So on my turn, I will play sprint. I got 2 stars, which is perfect. Move up to 3. 1, 2, 3. So that puts me close to him, but not close enough. And that's all I can do because I could play focus. I'm back up to 6, and I just burned a time for the sprint. I could play focus and try to stay. I'm going to play focus and try to lower this by 1. I just need 1 star. And I didn't get it. But I did get 2, and I'm not going to get rid of 2. So I failed it. I lose 2 time. I'm down to 3. This goes away. And it is now time to buy cards. With 3, I can buy a sprint and a close call. And that knocks me down to 0. That's it for my turn. He stabs. There's nobody there. Draw a terror card. This terror deck is almost empty, which will reveal his this one right here. Okay. The windows and doors slammed shut. If you are inside, you may not move during the next action phase. Great. If you're outside, you may not enter the house and draw an event. Push to the edge. Roll a die for each victim in a window place. If the roll is 1 to 4, that victim jumps and is killed. Okay, so that didn't happen. There's nobody in the windows. It is now my turn. Oh, awesome. I got a sprint card this turn. Oh, well, hold on. So panic phase, nothing happens, and then these go back into their, and I get the free cards, and this goes back here. So I've got a lot going on right now. I don't have a weapon. I do have to get Carolyn out, which means I've got to go to the garage. I could have won this. The victory is to get Carolyn out of the house. It says, when Carolyn joins you, remove all minor dark powers. You must escape with Carolyn to win the game. Carolyn, I think you still have to defeat Hans. I could be wrong. Well, in the game with the poltergeist, you can't kill the poltergeist. So the premise is just get Carolyn out of the house. But Hans is still alive. So technically, I could win the game right now just by going to the garage, searching it, grabbing her, and getting out. Let him deal with the other victims. But I want to take Hans down a little bit. So what I'm going to do on my turn is I'm going to play focus. I've still got 3 dice. I just need 1 star. I got 3 stars. This goes 1, and I gain 2 times, so I'm up to 8. Now I need to get to him. I just need to move 2 spaces. So I will use a... I'm not going to use my sprint. Well, yeah, I could use my sprint. I'll use my sprint because 1 star will move me 2 spaces. I got nothing, but I will play my reroll, and I'll burn 2 time down to 6 to reroll all of them. And there we go. I got a star, which allows me to move 2. 1, 2. Now I'm in his space. All right. Now let's take the fight to him. These go away. So I've got a weak attack and a critical blow. So, and remember, I do 1 extra. So I'm going to play critical blow because I've still got my reroll, which I really want to try to get 2 stars here. And also lower the terror track. I'm going to play the last reroll, lose 2 time to reroll all of them. Got 1 star and a double. I really need that to be 2 stars, so I'm going to get rid of the short rest and the walk to bump that to 2 stars, which allows me to do 3 damage and lower this by 1. But the 3 adds to her 4, so I do 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. That goes away. That was excellent. This cannot bump down any further, but instead I gain a time, so this goes up to 5. Now I'm going to do weak attack. I need at least 1 star, but preferably 2. I didn't get it, and I'm not gonna donate these, so I failed it, which means I lose a heart, and the turn ends, so I can't do anything else. I can buy. That's the action phase. I can buy cards. I've got 5. 5 will allow me to buy a guard for 2. I'm going to buy another guard for 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. I've got 1 card left, 1 point left, which I can't do anything with. So that will just have to go away. All right. It is now the killer phase. This is what I've been looking forward to. I have 3 blue cards. I can use these to defend myself. So the killer will stab me. However, I am going to play guard. I'm rolling 3 dice. All I need is 1 star to reduce the damage by 2. So he's going to do 2 damage to me because he's at this track. So I just need 1 star. And I got it. 1 star. So this goes away. He did not do any damage to me on that turn. Excellent. He draws a terror card. He wants fresh blood. If there are no victims on the board, there are. Discard and draw. Otherwise, he targets the nearest victim, moves up to 2, so he will move here, and he stabs. And so he'll take 1 out, which moves this up, which reveals this drops by 1. Now he's doing 3 damage when he hits me. 1 more bloodlust, and he gets his dark power, which I'm not really looking forward to. So I need to hurry up and kill him. So, it is now panic phase. There is a victim there. Where will the victim go? He will go 5, which is to the attic. He goes to the attic. I really need to try and prevent bloodlust, so I may need to get him off that helicopter. I have a walk, but I also have a retaliate. Ignore all and then do damage. I should have played the retaliate instead of the guard, but oh well, that's okay. He's going to attack me again, so that's fine. It is now the upkeep phase. These all go back. Guard. I get the focus. Weak attack, critical blow, walk, short rest, and 2 close calls. So I get these. And I have these. I have a focus, a sprint. Oh, no, the sprint goes here. I bought a focus, so the focus goes back into here. That's what it was. So all I have is focus, guard, retaliate, and walk. So it's my turn. I will play a focus. I need to keep this down so I keep rolling these 3 dice. And I got 1 star. 1 star will allow me to lower this by 1, and it burns the time, so I'm down to 5. That's fine. That's all I need is just keep rolling 3 dice. That's at 5. Now, I need to walk. I need to save this guy, and the only way I can do is through the killer. I need at least 2 stars. I got 1, and I cannot turn that in. So 1 star will allow me to move 1 space. I will move into the killer space, which is okay. I've got some good cards here. That is the end of my turn. I have 5 to spend. I will buy a guard. Actually, no, 5. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm going to get rid of my guard to bump this up to 6, and I'm gonna use that 6 to buy a critical blow. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, so now I'm down to 0. It is his turn. On his turn, he will attack me. I am going to play Retaliate, which tries to block that damage. I just need 1 star. Actually, he does 3 damage. This 1 star will reduce it by 2, so he will do a damage to me, but I'll do 2 back. But I'd really like 2 stars here. Come on. I got 1 star, and I don't have enough cards to turn this, so I reduce it by 2, which means he takes 1 heart away. But I do 2 back to him, so 2 more are gone. And that's the end of his turn. Draw a terror card. This is bad. If there are no victims on the board, there are. Target the nearest victim, move. It's 6 of one, half does the other. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He goes up to the attic, and then he kills, which moves this up and reveals his dark power. The dark power, whenever Hans attacks you at least once, he attacks an additional time. Ooh. Then, for each victim killed during this phase, +1 to the bloodlust. So his bloodlust goes up 1. He's getting harder and harder to kill. All right, the critical blow, I can do 4 damage, which is not really enough to kill him. So I'm going to need, I reset the time. No panic phase. I get, these go back into my hand. These should have gone back into my hand at the end of my turn. These go into the free pile, and then that was the upkeep phase. Now it's my turn. All right. Well, I would have to walk up there to fight him, and what I really need is to not have him kill this last victim. So what I'm going to do is, I gotta walk. All I've got is a walk. Maximum is 2, so that would go 1, 2, but that's still going to put him near me. I can't get him. Critical blow will do 4. Weak attack will do 2. I could kill him. I need to get up to him. So let's do this. I'm going to walk. So I roll 3 dice. I just need 1 star. 1 star. I got no stars. So I will do a focus, burn a focus, and burn the weak attack. Which, no, I can't burn the weak attack. I'll burn the short... I need the short rest to get back to full health. Oh boy. The retaliate is when he will attack me, which is possible. Alright, so instead what I'm going to do... I'm going to play... short rest instead. So I'll roll the 3 dice. The focus failed. Or no, what did I do? Oh, I did. I failed. I went ahead and played that. So, let's stick with it. So I was going to do a walk. All right, so I played the walk and I failed the roll. So I was going to donate focus, and I just needed 1 star. So I've got to get rid of a second card. Man. I'm going to get back nothing. The walk will move me down 1, so I could buy... Well, I've already got the critical blow. The retaliate will protect me, but it will reduce it by 2, which means he'll do 1 damage. So I'll get rid of the short rest. This is a long shot. To turn 1 to a star. That puts me in the attic. All right. Then I'll do a weak attack. I just need 1 star. Just 1. I got 1 star. 1 star, which loses me a heart, but it does 2 damage, so he's lost 2 health. All right, then critical blow. I need to roll 2 stars because he's got 3 health. I do 4, which would reveal his special token. So let's do 2 stars. Come on. I got 2 stars. That knocks him down. It bumps this down to 1, which gives me a free time, which I wasn't tracking the time. I did a walk, which lowered it to 5. I did a weak attack, which costs no time, and then this bumps me up a time to 6. I do 4 damage, 1, 2, 3, and then this will reveal his final heart, which is empty. Boom, killed Hans. That was my first true victory where I survived. Laurie survived. So, you know what this means? This means I get to look at one of these special envelopes that I've not opened for almost none of the... Let's see, let's find Laurie's. For Selena, Adelaide, Alice, Reiko, Laurie. Here we go. These are special items that you can mix into the things. So at this point, since I've killed him, I can take my time going down and get Carolyn out of the house. Let's see what her special card... Oh, she gets an item. Laurie's bow. It's a 2-handed, but it does... Wow, that's nice. It does 1 extra damage. I don't know what this 1 to 3 means. I'll have to look at that. What does that mean? To incorporate, shuffle it into the thing. If you'd rather ensure it's... Okay, for example, if the setup calls for 3 item day... Okay, I see what it's saying. That is very, very cool. A bow. Laurie's bow cannot modify an action card and must be used without one. It costs 1 time to fire an arrow. Oh, that's the range. The 1 to 3 means you can fire it up to 3 spaces away. That's pretty cool. All right, so I'll have to remember that Laurie now has a special item that I can sometimes mix. All right, that's all I've got for this game of Final Girl. That was fun. I have been wanting to beat Hans for a long time, and I'm starting to figure out some of the intricacies and strategies of this game. It also depends on the location. Sometimes the location just doesn't work for you, but this one wasn't too bad. All right, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. I'll be back very soon with another Final Girl playthrough. Until then, everybody, take care.